Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today we're going to talk and do the reading about 3-3 portal, which we are experiencing today. It's the third day of the third month, and when we have those months and day correlations, that's what we call energy portals, and we pay special attention to them, meaning that this is like an extra opportunity for us to step into the portal and to get ourselves into a different timeline even, but at the very least closer to what we're trying to create in our life and where we're going. And different portals, of course, have a bit of a different flavor to them depending on what they are exactly. But today we're going to pull some cards. We're going to do a reading to see what it means specifically for a twin flame journey. So we will pull the archetypes cards to see what the themes are for each of the twin collectives, and then we'll see how can we utilize this portal to create what we want. Then what kind of outcome can we expect as a result of this portal? And the third one is going to be, what does it mean for our connection with our twin and next steps as a result of that. Okay, so let's get started. The 3-3 portal, I spoke about it a little bit yesterday. The threes are about that step where you set the intention and you set it free, and you send it into the universe for it to happen. That's the surrender part. In tarot card number 3, the major arcana number 3 is the Empress card. So it's also connected to discovery of self, of your potential, of your creative expression. It's almost like while you're waiting for the ships to come in, which is 3 of Wands card, you might as well take time and have some fun and experiment and find out more about yourself and what drives you, where your passion is. And I've been talking about that for a few days now. We've seen that in readings, and more than that, I have a podcast episode, Mindfully Awake, and there is a playlist in the description box where you can find all the episodes, including this one. It will be on top of the list, which is about finding motivation. And I know it's kind of loosely connected to passion and desire, but it actually is if you think about it. Like, let's say your motivator, there's a specific tool that I'm talking about that I'm giving you in that episode that you can use. One of the motivators is curiosity. So if curiosity is something that's important to you, that is a big part of your intrinsic motivation in anything you do in life, then of course you can do some brainstorming or some research and see what kind of activities will feed your curiosity, where you can explore yourself that way, right? Or just explore the world. Maybe it's like a lab experiment or something, or even doing something with nature, right? But having that twist to it. I'm just giving you an example, but you know what I mean. With all that said, I'm gonna go into the reading. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you are new. I appreciate you all, guys. March is gonna be on steroids in terms of energy, like even like things like full moon is gonna be a super moon. We have 2 eclipses. We have Virgo in retrograde, Mercury is going into retrograde mid-March. There's just a lot going on, let's put it that way. With all that said, feminines, you have the Mentor card number 6. Very nice. I like it, especially because if you think about it, 3 and 3, like the 3-3 portal, comes down to 6 in numerology. So this is pretty cool, actually. Let's see. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. So, very interesting, right? To explore who is your mentor, where you can be mentor for somebody else, and seeing yourself, because we're all light workers here, seeing yourself as the channel of the sacred information, not being the source of it, but channeling it through the world. And that can be expressed in many different ways. All right, and we got 28 for the masculines, and it's the shadow. All right. Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with, no, anything but that, you're touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move toward the shadow with patience and compassion. We all have shadow. It's part of our existence on planet Earth. So there's a big power in accepting our shadow, in meeting ourselves where we are and meeting other people where they are, right? Then, of course, you have free will to decide what you want to do with it. But I feel like that's where a lot of people are tripping, like actually accepting, especially if you have been trying to like live your life as a good person, quote unquote, you know, and this is like, sounds like too awkward or scary or embarrassing to admit that you actually have flaws, that there's shadow side of you where your behavior isn't great, or you have traits of character where you get angry, jealous, humiliated, shamed, right? It's like, oh, no, that's something I don't want to look at. That's part of the conditioning from society. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. I like this. And I feel like in this case, it's about finding comfort in your surrounding, in the life that you've built for yourself. It's almost like finding the 10 of Pentacles and where you are. Of course, we're always striving for more. We want to build something better, bigger, for it to be long-term and all that stuff. But there's something magical in recognizing how you're living your 10 of Pentacles life already, which is like the happily ever after with the right people at a, harmonious place that you call home, things like that. And Page of Wands here. And that actually will set your baseline so you can start exploring, so you can start experimenting, right? And that's what I talked about at the beginning of this video. So, feminines, you have 9 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and I'm pretty sure we saw that energy yesterday. It could have been for horoscope reading. By the way, I have 2 readings left that I'm publishing on Mindful Bamboo. All other March horoscopes are already published. The outstanding ones are Capricorn and Aquarius, and I'm gonna publish those today. But anyway, there is confusion and doubt here. That's what I'm seeing, right? So the energy of this portal is about surrender. It's about patience, and that could be really unsettling for our psyche that likes clarity, that likes control, likes to be sure of things, right? But that's where that ascension potential is. to see how you can make the most out of it. If you don't have all the answers, if you don't know when the answer is going to appear. I know I have a couple of topics like that right now where I planted some seeds and I'm like, okay, when? And sometimes I have to like give myself a nudge and be like, okay, stop this. Do something else, focus on, maybe helping other people, maybe doing something creative and fun, right? But something that will get you out of that stale energy of just like being tense and focused on like, oh, this is really important for me. When am I gonna hear? When am I gonna get results? Wow, for masculines, we see 4 wands and another 10 of pentacles. Masculines, once you face your shadow and admit that everyone is flawed, ultimately, you, divine feminine, anyone around you, even if you put that person on the pedestal, they have their flaws, they have their insecurities. It's just part of this existence. Nobody's fully healed, nobody ever will be. But it's important to do your best. And this for me isn't even just about, of course, for wands, usually the twin flame union card, but to me, this is more about connection, finding that connection to others, right? Where the more you connect to compassion and that mutual understanding, like, I know I have my pain and I'm compassionate and sympathetic about yours, the easier the rest of our life is gonna be, and it's gonna come together in terms of what you're trying to create as your legacy, your abundance, the community around you. Open up your heart and start creating those meaningful connections in life. That's one of the opportunities that you have today. That's what I'm saying. What is the possible outcome for the feminines? High Priestess clarified by 8 of Cups, that you're gonna shed some extra like old layers of old skin, like snake skin, but it's like there's old stuff that's preventing you from showing up in the world in your true beauty, and it's only holding you back, right? So you'll be able to step more into your light worker power, into your high priestess power, with your gifts, with your confidence, and with clarity on what you want to do with that potential at hand. So some things will be left behind, and that will open you up more. So if something is going away from your life, let it. That's part of the surrendering process. Please, just let it go. For the masculines, what's the outcome? 5 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. For masculines, it's the idea of, it's a lot to do with patience still. So the outcome of being patient and, seeing things through is that it's going to be more long-term. You're going to be more proud of yourself, and you're going to feel that accomplishment on a deeper level. It's not just going to be, oh yeah, like today I want this, tomorrow I'll start on something else, but it's kind of fleeting, right? It's like very quick, and a lot of times you notice that, one day you win, another day you lose, so it's not stable. Knight of Pentacles energy is very stable, right? And it may not seem much on a one given day, but overall, you're actually a lot better set up, whether it's financially, literally, or with other types of resources, or even with your time. Maybe you're thinking, okay, now I'm gonna like cut some corners and I'm gonna save myself some time, right? But then you end up redoing the work over, or you'll have to undo the stuff that was done incorrectly and do it again. So in the long run, not so great, right? But patience is a virtue, they say, and it will take you far, and it will show you how, in actual tangible results, how it's actually a better way. Maybe it doesn't look as cool. Maybe, the male ego gets a little hurt by that. Then you're not the fastest, best, whatever. But it will get you the result that is really meaningful. What do you have to know about the connection itself for the feminines? Ace of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. The feminines are seen very clearly where they've been honest and open, and where they've been manipulating the conversation, the communication with the masculine, right? And that is helpful. I'm not saying you had a malicious intent, but I'm saying that if it kind of brings the energy down regardless, because the energy doesn't care if you did it on purpose or not. If you were, I don't know, using flirtation, you were trying to sell the future together somehow, you were not speaking honestly of what you want and just giving in to what the DM wants, something along those lines, just so that you can agree and, you know, you can move on together, it would backfire for sure. It maybe already did, and you know that, right? So this is an opportunity to see that, where the truth, even if it's unpleasant for your DM, is going to be the best option that you have to create a balanced communication and relationship. What do masculines need to know? Seven of Cups clarified by Knight of Wands. So there's another synchronicity here, because we had Seven of Cups for the feminine energy. Yeah, so there is confusion on the masculine side as well. They have a lot of passion, a lot of sexual drive towards the feminine at this time, right? But there is doubt, like, should I, shouldn't I? There's just too much happening in their space. And for the feminines watching, don't despair and don't think that if they're not taking action today, that they aren't going to take it ever. It just means that they're kind of subconsciously waiting for the right time. And the way it looks like on the surface is like, I got too much on my plate right now. I need to deal with that stuff, right? So they're basically holding themselves back, quite literally, because the physical attraction is strong. And that's the main drive that masculines usually have towards feminines, right? That's like the force that gets them going through obstacles, humiliation, threat of rejection, and all that stuff, right? So right now, it's like that energy is pumping in them. But they're just saying, okay, no, not now. You know, it's kind of like, I want to find the better moment so that this goes well. Something along those lines. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll leave this here. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time.